take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go win.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington football team and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams fighting for one berth in Super Bowl 55 in Tampa. Let's do it. It's NFC Championship time. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
They go play action with Haskins. He'll get that to develop the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. On first down, it's Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Cousins gives way to Cook. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
No, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake. Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
2nd and 6.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Matthew Ioannidis never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space. Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to go on top for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Haskins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Flushed out right. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Intended.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. They'll put it down right at the 40, place. They'll call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's 3-0 Washington. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action now. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's good.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 31 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down, coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that, because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Haskins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. operating from the gun. Haskins looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. Points result. We'll call this play significant.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
7-yard line.
They go play action now. Haskins, he'll buy some time right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Yard attempt.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
6-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
He was tackled.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st down. Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
On the tackle.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Ryan Kerrigan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship, as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Cook. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 2.
Now Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
From midfield now, Haskins. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Haskins, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Cousins from the gun on third. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. A pair of first downs gives him a first and 10 up at the 44. There's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to the ground, Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
The tackle made.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run it again with Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Now a run to Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
At the 29-yard line.
First down. It's Cook. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They run. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Ryan Kerrigan in on
no gain that time, but it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Cousins to throw it. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Matt Ioannidis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Wright. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Play action. Haskins letting one go deep for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson there to make the grab. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yeah. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And the Vikings are going to the Super